Hello everyone, good morning. First of all, warm welcome to Oracle Fusion HCM training offered by UnoCase. In this video, we'll see how to email a BI report output with the help of bursting queries. Uh, Whenever you build a BI report like AR invoice print report or a purchase order print report, you will have a requirement to email out the output to customer as well as a supplier. In case it's an AR invoice report, you will email it to the customer, letting him know how much he has to pay and by when. And if it's probably a purchase order print, you will send it out to the suppliers. So when you want to send out an email, as soon as the report output is generated, you can achieve it with the help of XML bursting. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to exactly come up with that bursting query, which will email out the output. And we're going to use the report that we have built in the previous videos. So in case you haven't watched the first few videos, watch them. We have built this employee assignment report, and I've shown how to build this report in those videos. We've created data model, RTF layout. We've registered the report as an ESS job, and we've also seen how to upload the output to UCM. Right. So we're going to use the same report, but we will prepare a bursting query to email out the output, and then we will add it to the data model, and we will see, we'll run the job, and the expectation is that yes, the PDF output should be generated and it should be emailed out as well. Okay, let's go ahead and implement the bursting. So I'm in the reports and analytics work area. And this is a data model and the report that we have built in the previous videos, which will take in person number as an input and print the employee and their assignment details. So the first thing to do to email the BI report output is to come up with a bursting query. And to do that, you need to go to the data model first, edit it. And every data model will have a driving query or the first query that gets executed. Copy the query, copy the driving query, paste it to a SQL sheet, delete the columns that you have from the select list, and you have to use the same query that you have in the driving query, and you need to mention few columns in the select list. And there will be two sets of columns that go in here. One set of columns will be dependent on the template, and another set of columns depends on the destination you want to burst the file to. Okay, so let me show you the query that we have to come up with. So you have to first add in a few template related parameters. So you need to mention the key attribute that you want to use as a split key. And I want to use person ID as a key here because it's going to be unique. And we need to mention the template, locale, and output format. And you can get this information from the report definition screen. So go back to reports and analytics work area, go back to report, edit report, click on viewer list, and you click on, and you can pick up the template name from here, paste it in here, and you can pick up the locale as well. Locale is English United States, which you have to pass in as EN-US, and the output format is PDF. Yeah, you can stick to it. So you have to include a few parameters related to the template, which is important. And after this, you will also have to include few parameters related to the destination you want to send the file to. Okay. And in this case, I want to email the output. So to email the output, you have to mention these parameters, or you have to capture these parameters. So if you look at the parameters, the parameter 1 should be, so first of all, yeah, it also needs to have a delivery channel. That is important. Okay, so the first 4 parameters are related to the template, and the next set of parameters are related to the delivery channel. So in this case, I want to email the output. So I'll select a delivery channel as email. Parameter 1 is to email. So here I've hard coded my email ID here, but usually you will pull the email ID from a customer definition or from a supplier definition, or from employee table here, so that the email gets sent out depending on the uh, report use case. Or if you run the report for a specific employee, you can pick up this email ID from the employee definition, so that it goes out to the email of the person with whom you are running the report. Okay, so I've hard coded the email ID here, but you can probably pick up the email ID from employee table so that it will be sent out to employee. Or you can do the same thing for a customer or a supplier. If it's an AR invoice print report, you will have customer tables, and you can pick up the email ID from the customer table, so that whenever you print an invoice, it will look at the customer on that invoice. It will pick up the email ID of the customer and it will send it out. Okay, so you would be doing that rather than hard coding an email ID like this in real time. And parameter 2 is CC. You can mention if you want to have any email IDs in CC. From, you can stick to this email ID. Parameter 4 is subject. You can say Geeks person assignment details report output. Parameter 5 is body. 6 is whether you have an attachment or not. Yeah, you can pass it as true. Parameter 7 is do not reply to email. So you copy this query, come up with a query like this, copy it and paste it in a data model. Edit the data model. Go to bursting tab, add in a new query, and you can say burst to email. Data sources application DB HCM, split by person ID, deliver by person ID, paste in the SQL query that you have prepared, the bursting query, save it. And it says column ambiguously defined because you have person ID column and this for all people F and per person names F table. So I'll say that I'll include an alias name. I'll ask the BA publisher to pick up the person ID from employee table rather than the per person names table. Copy this query and paste it in there. You should not see an error now. And yes, we saved the bursting query on the data model, and we can now go ahead and run the report. So let's go ahead and submit the report. Geeks employee assignment report. Click OK. Select 101 and submit the report. We can apply a filter. Looks like a bunch of jobs have been kicked off. So we can apply a filter and search for only the jobs that start with Geeks. Okay, the job has succeeded. And let's look at the delivery status. Scroll it up. And you see the arrow mark indicating that yes, there was bursting implemented. And we've asked it to email the output to prasad@geeks.com, and it has done its job. You can see a green icon indicating that yes, email was sent out successfully. And let me pull out that email ID and show it to you guys. I'm still refreshing my mailbox. I haven't received the email yet. Well, there seems to be some problem with the email server. Yes, it is indicating that yes, it has sent out an email, but I haven't received the email yet. So it might probably take a few more minutes for me to receive that email. But yes, once you see a green icon, you can be rest assured that it will be delivered to the destination, but it might probably take a few minutes to deliver the email. But in case you want to burst the email or send the email or email the output of a BIP report with the help of bursting, this is how you do it. You come up with a bursting query first, use appropriate parameters as we have uh, built the query here, as we have built it here. Okay, so you add few parameters from the template and then add the email related parameters, add it to the data model, and then run the job, and you can verify the output in the email. Okay, I hope would have been happy if I could show you the output in the email, but I haven't received it yet. And in the next video, we'll see how to burst the output to SFTP server. So this is again important because you have an option to upload the output to UCM, and we've seen how to do it in the previous video. But the problem with UCM is not problem per se with UCM, but it's a problem with the downstream systems that needs to pick up the file. So all we are doing is implementing bursting and delivering the files to a destination so that the downstream systems can pick it up, right? So if you upload the file to UCM, if downstream systems need to pick up the file from UCM, they should have the capability to invoke web services. And not all the downstream systems or a third-party applications does have that capability. Okay, so in such cases, it doesn't make sense for you to upload to UCM, right? Because the person who needs to consume it is not in a position to pull it from UCM. So in such cases, the third-party applications or the client might ask you to burst the output to SFTP server. And in the next video, I'll show you how to do it. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. In case you're interested in Oracle Fusion HCM training offered by UnoGeeks, call us on this number or send a WhatsApp message. You can also email us on info@unogeeks.com. Thank you. Just when I was about to close the recording, I've just received that email, and you could see that, yes, it has the subject that we mentioned in the email, and it has come from BA Publisher Report @unogeeks.com. Sorry, @oracle.com. This is the query that we have used. And you could see the subject, and you could also see the body as well. And you could see the PDF output attached. And if you open the output, you can download it. And you can see the output of the report uploaded or sent out in an email. Okay. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one where I'll show you how to burst the output to an SFTP server. Thank you.